Saturday, the meditation portion of our program. And today I have with me the energy of Archangel Raphael, and it's going to be focused on healing. And he said there's going to be several parts to the process. And we're going to wait a couple minutes for others to come in. I hope you guys are enjoying these ascension energies coming into the planet. They're going to be getting stronger this week. So get ready for that. Meditation becomes so important for being able to elevate our energy at this time. So what Raphael said to me last night was that it would be done in a sequence of 5 elements: the muscular system of the body, the glandular system of the body, the nervous system of the body, the digestive and circulatory system of the body. These are the 5 components that he's going to have us focus on in this process of meditation. For those of you that are new to the channel for the first time, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell. And I just want to talk to you a bit about what we actually do here. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do a live show where various beings come through to articulate messages and inspirational ideas to all of us, to help inspire, uplift us during this time of ascension, to assist humanity to awaken to the soul of ourselves, not to simply our biology. And the Supernatural Saturday portion is to help us to integrate those lessons and those energies that were brought through during the week. It's done in a meditative format. Sometimes the meditation can be more in a structured form. Sometimes the meditation is in a discussion and a quasi-meditation process, so that you get familiar with the fact that you are not a body, you are not a mind, you are an awareness that has a physical mechanism called a body and a mental astral instrument called the mind that you use in the process of learning how to create while in a physical dimension. So as I mentioned earlier, Raphael is going to be doing a meditative process in 5 short segments. And each segment will consist of a very precise instruction that you can follow after we finish explaining to you exactly what the process is for you to gain the understanding and comprehension that your biological instrument is exactly that. It is an instrument. It is not something for you to be subjugated to or by, which is the biggest problem humanity is facing, is the belief that you are subjective to that condition of your biology. Very few of you have taken the time to cultivate the authority, and your authorities have taken even less time to teach you that you can do this. Much of your educational systems do not loan themselves to real education, but loan themselves instead to elements of subjectivity and control, not to the element of consciousness and freedom, which is what we are here in great numbers to empower you to understand for yourselves. The first segment of this meditative process is very simple. Let me say that in the act of using your breath deliberately and intentionally, it is important you understand this, because it is very simple and yet very powerful if you comprehend the simplicity that at any moment that you assert your authority to direct your body to breathe, you place yourself in the position of authority over the functions of your body. Not just the breath itself, but that begins the process through the breathing. You begin the process through intentional breathing of that ability that you have to assert authority over any and all functions in that body that you currently have. The body is designed to serve you. It was never intended to control you or subjugate you to its senses. The senses were simply instruments for you to gather information from the environment so that you could make creative decisions in order to be able to focus on transforming or transmuting conditions in this environment, to demonstrate for yourself that you are creating intelligence living in a physical dimension through a physical medium, utilizing components of astral energy in the form of thought to create the conditions that you call your life as it is right now. Whether your life is one of poverty or great wealth, whether your life is of health or disease, your capacity as an awareness being able to assert a deliberate authority over this mechanism places you in the position to be able to change any and all conditions in your expression of this existence in this material dimension. That being said, let us begin with the first segment of the meditation, which has to do with your muscular system. That is, all of those entities in your body, because this is what they are. These muscles that you have in your body are living, sentient organisms that cohabitate in that form with you. They work with you in the process of being in this dimension. And they can receive information, they can receive vibration from you, and they can respond to it. This is very obvious when you get up and you walk your body around. You have given it instructions, and it is carrying those instructions out for you. And every muscle that you use in that body is an organism responding to your direction, to your authority. We use that word very exquisitely, that authority in the context that we represent it is based in an understanding of respect, love, and compassion in relationship to your interaction with any and all other functions in creation that you can have authority over. And so I encourage you in this act of deliberate breathing. It is very simple. It is very simple. We have come to offer you the truth in the simplest form possible. The act of taking a slow, deep breath right now and holding that breath for but a moment, and as you direct the body to exhale, you instruct all of the muscles in your physical body to relax. You direct all of the muscles in your physical body to relax. This begins a process of you training the body that under your guidance, it will experience a good experience. That these organisms called muscles, which are made up of even smaller organisms called cells, which are made up of even smaller organisms called molecules, are reactive and responsive to your direction. So please continue deliberately, slowly breathing. And as you do so, give the muscles in your body your permission to relax. Allow them to relax. You can allow them to relax. Give them permission with each breath that you release from your body, permission to relax. And as you continue to do this, we will consider the second element. But just the act of deliberate breathing and directing the muscles within your physical form to relax is an act of your authority over matter. And you may say to yourself, well, I move my arms and legs all the time. That is because you are the authority. But the authority we are seeking to have you establish is a loving authority. An authority that recognizes, honors, and respects the nature of the life of these organisms that serve you, these muscles. How do you treat those organisms? How often do you pay attention to them? In this process of breathing, giving them your permission to relax, you are asserting an authority over them to give them peace, to allow them to be still. And although I will continue to speak through these processes today, what is important is that you experience that with each breath that you deliberately and intentionally direct your body to take, always hold the breath for a moment at the top. This adds to the body becoming aware that you are the authority, and then release. And give all the muscles in that organism of yours permission to relax. Experience those muscles relaxing. If any muscles are reluctant to relax, give them your permission to relax. The muscles in your face, allow them to relax. The muscles in your neck and shoulders, allow them to relax. The muscles in your arms and chest and back and stomach, give them your permission to relax, utilizing the breath. The direction to relax needs to come on the exhale. As those muscles begin to relax, it reduces and releases resistance from within your body so that the other systems in your body that we'll be directing you to give attention to today can respond more favorably, because there is less tension upon those systems. For when you have muscles that are contracted and tight, it restricts and inhibits the other systems of the body, including the nerves, the organs, the glands, and the digestive system become inhibited. But when the muscles are relaxed, those systems open up to being able to flow more naturally and spontaneously. And the muscle system is the easiest one for you to become aware of relaxing. As we go into each system, they become a little bit more difficult in terms of your awareness asserting an influence over them, only because you have not cultivated that level of awareness with those systems. But you are very conscious of them when you are eating or when you are drinking, and you're very conscious of those systems. If you feel a pain or a pleasure on that body, you're very conscious of those systems to a very limited degree. But these systems of muscle are throughout your body. And as you continue using your breath to direct them to relax, let us move to the second system of your body, which is your nervous system, the place of sensation in your body. And again, using your breath in slowly, always pausing at the top for a moment or two. And then as you exhale, give the nerves in your body permission to relax as you exhale. Some of you may experience that as you give the nerves permission to relax, there may be twinges and slight spasms in the body, as the body is conditioned to try to be in control because it is trying to protect you all the time. But if you are experiencing anything such as that, please understand that your body is simply not used to you giving it instruction to relax in this fashion. So with each breath now, you're now relaxed the muscles, you're now relaxing the nerves. As you release the function of the nerves so that they can relax and be still, to be quiet for you, feel the nerves in your face, your neck and your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your chest, the nerves that go through your organs and glands, the nerves that go to your bones, to your tendons and ligaments, the nerves that go to your feet, to the various parts of your legs. Those nerves are everywhere. And as you breathe and pause, and as you release that breath, you consciously give your nerves permission to relax and be still. Remember the very nature of the act of this form of intentional breath is that you are asserting a conscious authority over your body, which is what your body actually needs. It needs to be directed by a loving and conscious authority that has its well-being at heart, that you now have decided in this process that you are going to start to have a different relationship with that physical vehicle that you are here to create through and learn that process. As you continue breathing as we speak, understand that each deliberate breath, as you exhale, it is important that you simply give permission to the muscles, give permission to the nerves with each exhale, that they may relax more fully, more deeply, more completely under your direction. So they're following your direction, and you begin to gain a sense of relaxation. You begin to gain a sense of calmness. And if some of you feel twinges and things, simply use that breath to instruct that part of your body to release, to be still, to let go. You gain experience of directing the consciousness of these organisms called muscles and nerves. These are living, vibrant organisms that have a function that's unique to themselves, but which can loan themselves to following your direction. This is why you are in that body, because it said here, I will receive you and I will obey you. Once you've learned that skill and learn how to affect that skill in a loving fashion, you will have a body that will serve you very well in many situations and circumstances. Now, the third system of your body that we want to look at is your digestive system. And your digestive system includes everything from the opening of your mouth to the exiting from your bottom, and everything in between that flows that food and nutrition, water flows into, goes through what you call the esophagus, into and through the stomach, into what you call the large intestinal system, down into the smaller intestinal system, where you relieve or eliminate the things the body no longer requires from that system. And so again, the process is the same: to breathe deeply, to hold the breath for a moment or two. You may choose longer or shorter, depending upon your preference of how you wish to garner authority over your body. But on the exhale, again, you give your digestive system permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. In this process of giving these systems permission to be still and quiet and peaceful, you are also releasing much stress and tension from the system, and a process of self-correction can spontaneously begin to take place, because you are relieving the system of tensions, whether those tensions come from your own unconscious mind or your own attentions to the world or the world around you. In this process, you're giving your system permission to let go of all of those tensions. And in that process of liberation, the system begins the process of self-correction. You normally try to acquire that in the process of what you call sleeping. That is when you place your body into a state of rest and you go off and do other things. Well, it goes into a process of self-correction. This too works in a very similar fashion to that process of self-correction, in that you are now directing it consciously and staying present with it. And so as you take each breath now and hold it for a moment or two, and on the exhale, you give the digestive system permission to relax, to be still, to be open and receptive to your awareness. As these tensions continue to liberate from your system by your direction, some of you may experience the sensation of falling asleep. I can assure you that you are not falling asleep. You are simply stepping out of and turning down the functions of the survival elements of your body, the function of mind, the function of muscle, the function of nerves, the function of your digestive system. As they become quieter, the body gets trained or instructed that it is to go into a new state that usually resembles sleep. And so you may think that you are falling asleep, but we can assure you, you are not. You are very much awake in the sense of what you are as consciousness, but your body, your personality begins to quiet down and settle. So with each breath, you are directing the muscles to relax. You're directing the nerves to be calm and still. You're directing the digestive system to be peaceful, open and receptive to you. With each breath, as you exhale, you're granting your body further permissions. With each exhale, you're granting your body further permission. Now we move next to a system called the circulation system, or the circulatory system, that does not just include the way that blood flows through that body, but it also includes the way toxins are transported through what is known as a system called the lymphatic system, which is a passive system that requires physical movement under normal circumstances to eliminate toxins through the skin. But in this process of breathing deliberately and intentionally, you're actually activating this system. And so, yes, the circulatory system, again, is that which allows blood and fluids, nutrition. The cerebrospinal fluids are all part of that circulatory system. As you give them permission to be still, on the exhale, again, draw your breath in. As you exhale, give the circulatory system permission to relax. Give the circulatory system in your body permission to relax as you exhale. As you draw your breath in, hold it at the top for a moment or two, longer if you choose. And on the exhale, you give permission to the circulatory system to flow smoothly and freely throughout the body. Each of these systems of your body are living, sentient organisms that function in collaboration with the other systems of the body and in relation to your direction or the direction of the stimuluses of the world around you. And so that now with each breath, you are directing the circulatory system to be still. Anytime a system or a part of your body becomes active, you may use your breath to give it permission to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to your awareness. You may give it that permission on the exhale. And anytime a function of your body seeks to become more active, simply use your breath to give it permission to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to you. Now, the last system in the body involves all of the systems of the body, and that is the system for elimination, the system for removing from the body, and not only the body, but from the mind, energies and substances that no longer serve it. The eliminative system removes toxins in the form of chemistry from the body that are not compatible with the needs of all the other systems. It is also the system that allows you to relinquish thoughts that no longer serve you in a constructive way. Or you have an eliminative system in your mind as well that is functioning mostly at the unconscious level, but in this process, you are going to be directing through your breath the eliminative system to release toxins from the body that it no longer requires in a fashion that is safe and effective for your body. And we specify your body because every single body on this planet has its own unique, distinct signature of energy because you are inhabiting that body, each of you. And so that body has unique and distinct signature. So the elimination of some things from the body are known for your body, may be different for another body. So in this process, where you draw your breath in now, and you direct the body to eliminate or release all toxins that it no longer requires at this time in a fashion and manner that is right and proper for your body. So you draw your breath in and hold it for a moment or two, longer if you wish. And as you exhale, you give permission to the eliminative system to release toxins, thoughts that no longer serve you from your body and from your mind. So that each breath now you draw in, you're giving that system of elimination permission to remove toxins that no longer serve your body and thoughts that no longer serve your mind. Now, please bear in mind as you continue the process of asserting your authority over that body that you're in, that each time you take that breath, you have now instructed the body by following this process so that with each breath, every system is now responding to you. Your muscular, nervous, glandular, digestive, and circulatory systems are responding to you with each breath now. They come into a unity, a harmonious frequency in this process of your deliberate authority over them. Please understand that this authority affords you the experience of experiencing how you as awareness, as a soul, as a sentient consciousness, can alter, change, and affect the function, if only to a small degree at this time, the way you perceive and experience your biological mechanism, the body that you're here to utilize in your journey for mastering creation. I did not come here merely to heal others. I came here to instruct others to heal, for that is what instructors do. They teach. So I may be called upon to perform what you call miracles, but they are natural phenomena of understanding the nature of your relationship with and over matter, time and space and thought. But as you remain in the process of breathing, directing your eliminative system, directing your glandular system, your muscular system, your nervous system, let us now move on to the organs of the body. Now, your organs are very unique and individual entities. Your heart, your nerves, your kidneys, your liver, your stomach, your bladder, these organisms, your brain, all of these organs that make up your biological functioning system are unique entities that collaborate with each other under your direction. And so with your breath, draw your breath in. And hold your breath for a few moments. And as you exhale, give all the organs in your body permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. Give them your permission to relax, to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful as they need to be. On the exhale, you always give them permission to relax. Allowing the organs and all the other functions of the body in their own way to move into a state where they are no longer distracted or disturbed by the environment nor by the content of your unconscious mind. They have the opportunity to function in what's called a balanced and restorative state of consciousness established by your authority, utilizing the mechanism of your breath over that body. This is as simple as we can possibly make this for you to understand, that the process of learning must become internalized based on your experience. That there is no one outside of your body that can truly or honestly understand it better than you can, because you live within it. And so the uniqueness of that body that you are in is yours and that body's, for you to understand, for you to learn to assert a divine and loving authority over. This process of articulating breath is very important. For in that moment you decide, I can breathe this way, you have taken the very first step in asserting your divine authority over the body that you've been given to live this experience of creation through. We also want to add that there are many sources of information in this dimension that are, from our perspective, somewhat corrupted in terms of how they instruct you to understand and know who you are and what that instrument you have called your body is and what it does. The only way you will truly understand your body is through your direct experience of it. And we offer you this simple process where you come to understand and experience for yourself that you have an authority over your body. And we have seen people using this simple technique whose bodies spontaneously heal. But we would not call it heal, we would call it deliberate transformation as an effect of your interaction with that system in a very unique and kind and compassionate way. The act of deliberate breathing, the act of directing your muscles, your nerves, your organs, your glands, your circulatory and digestive systems, to give them permission under your direction to function in a certain way, is something you can do in many different situations. You can direct the functions of this body to tolerate extreme conditions. If you understand even a fundamental level what we're saying, then the concept of things of immersing yourself in fire or water or extreme conditions of cold, that you can discover quite easily that you have an authority over this body that very few in this world will afford you to tell the truth of. But we offer that to you now. The simple act of breath directing all the systems of your body gently and lovingly, the same process may be applied to your mind. In that place where you find yourself disturbed in thought and in emotion, no matter how difficult or intense that thought or emotion may be in your mind, the moment you direct the body to breathe, and you direct the thoughts in your mind to be still on the exhale, and the reassertion of this process upon it will yield the same results that you have experienced to the degree you have, if you have followed the process as I've laid it out for you. But the same truth is true for your mind. For your mind is an instrument that is designed to be subjective, to serve you, not to be something that is running amok within you. That is only because you've not experienced a system of education that teaches you that thought is not a conception that you are, but information that you utilize in the act of creation in this physical dimension. And so I say to you, you may use the process of this breath in relation to thought and emotion, in relation to thought and emotion, to direct thought and emotion to be still. For they are, again, instruments that are here for you to utilize in the act of mastering creation while in this dimensional realm of time, space, and matter. I am Raphael, and I may be called upon any time. But if you have heard me here and heard me now, you will understand there is a great simplicity available to you, to all of you, that affords you the opportunity to be liberated in your creation process, to no longer be seduced by distraction, to no longer be reprimanded by your own mind, but to train them to be in a state of function for you that is quite exceptional when you come to that place of the most expanded awareness of yourself and the awareness of the authority that you have been granted as consciousness living through this medium of the astral realm, which is thought, and the realm of matter. The two work together, but they can only work together under your direction. Your mind and body will run amok on their own without your direction, kind of like two horses pulling a wagon, and they both wish to go in different directions. You must train your mind, train your body into that place of beautiful subjective perfection where they will consistently and repeatedly follow your instruction. And the very simple method of the breath, consciously and deliberately asserted by you, will place you into the same understanding that I and many others exist both in this dimension and in other realms of consciousness. Wow. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been amazing. I've really enjoyed this. Thank you, Raphael. He's saying we cannot make it any simpler than this for you. It is because it is so simple that it can be easily overlooked. But it does not matter your situation or circumstance. If you are willing to enact your authority over your body through the simple act of breathing, then that authority can be extended to the whole organism. Indeed, that authority can be extended to your whole creation process, so that you no longer need to look for an authority outside of yourself to comprehend your destiny, or the understanding that you are here to create, to understand and master the act of creating. The simple act of breath is the doorway to complete liberation when you learn how to utilize that mechanism as a form of instruction to all the functions of the body, and even the functions of your mind and your field of energy, or that stuff you call emotion that you use in the act of creation while in this dimension. They are substances, mechanisms that are designed to serve you as long as they are directed by you. You were never meant to be subservient to them, not to that body, not to those thoughts, not to those emotions. They are instruments of creation that you can utilize effectively in liberating yourself. We have time for 2 questions. If you want to support this channel and the messages that they bring through us, please go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. The links are all in any of my videos. You can find the links there. You can also support these videos through using the super chat feature when we're live. And there's supposed to be a new feature coming out, a thank you feature that will come soon, I hope, on the channel as well. And you can support the channel that way. Additionally, yes. Good morning, Jimmy or Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Kira. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Mary. Good to see you guys here. Question from SJK. I currently have had a bad cold, which I haven't had for years. I suspected the cause is because my body needed to purge. Is this true? And when I get better, what should I do to assist my body? I'm being told, yes, you already understood this, but even now you do not need to suffer if you have simply followed the process that I have expressed to you today. Even now you may sit and breathe and direct your body to eliminate this as it is doing automatically, but you may accelerate the process through the intentional active breath, turning to the sinuses, turning to the chest, holding the breath for about a few moments, and then on your exhale, giving these elements of your biology permission to release, to let go. We have worked through this one before when he had what you call congestion, and we demonstrated for him that it was absolutely unnecessary. He was in quite a state of wonder when we did that he could experience an instantaneous change, and so can any of you when you understand the nature of your authority over the body, the nature of your authority over the thoughts, the nature of your authority over the energy that you use, that you call emotion, which is just your energy that you use for the active deliberate creation. Wonderful. Thank you. Great question, SJ. Love that. Question from Vertical. My husband lately has more often spinning in his head. What is causing it? Great question. Let's tap in here. They're telling me that it's and again, this is just coming through me. I'm not a medical professional in any stretch of the word personally, but they're telling me that his blood pressure is low. His muscular system is not being used properly, so his blood pressure is low. He needs to gently and gradually begin a process of rebuilding his muscular system, but you must train the body to do this. But they're telling me that his blood pressure is low, and that he needs to actually begin to build a muscular system up so it will help reestablish that pressure. Thank you. I appreciate that, Raphael. I love it. Yes. I'm going to take one more question from Carolyn. She's asking, Raphael, is there any way my husband can heal chronic back pain, and what is causing his numbness in his legs and hands? Absolutely, Carolyn. I recommend you come get him to take one of our courses. Take our Mediumship 103 or 104 or 102 course. These are programs, these are master classes that will teach him how to release the emotions and thoughts that are stored in his body. People don't realize that they store thoughts and they store emotions in their body. And yeah, he's telling me that your husband's got a lot of pain in his body because of events that have happened in the past that are still stored in his body and they've been ignored. He needs to liberate that old energy from his body. He needs to literally transform or transmute those old pains that have been sitting in his body. It's like having a wound that's never been treated. And emotion, when we go through emotional pain, or people project pain at us, or anger, or fear, or guilt, or shame, our body reacts to it and it stores that emotion and energy in localized places. And Raphael says you need to learn how to release those old emotions from the system. We just finished our Mediumship 102 program, which deals exclusively with that process of how to literally liberate old emotions from the body and mind. It's a beautiful thing, and I encourage you to suggest to your husband to look into that. And you can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check that out. And we have many different ascended masters and angels and instructors from different time and spaces to come and instruct in the course with us. So you can go do that if you wish. Thank you for your question, Carolyn. I really appreciate it. And I'm so grateful, Gina, that you had that experience of experiencing that. This is the simplest system that he can give us. It's the simplest system for that process of learning how to self-heal, because your body is a self-healing mechanism. And there are other things that we could get into, like proper diet and proper exercise, proper air, fundamental things that this organism, your body is an organism that's separate from you. You're integrated with it, but it has a life of its own. It has its own needs, just like every organ in your body, every nerve in your body, every gland in your body, the digestive system, they all have unique needs, and that those needs have to be met for the whole system to function harmoniously together. And then you've got thought that can affect the body. Thought and emotion affect the function of organs, and it's well documented. You can go into any in medical site, and they'll show you clearly the correlation between emotion and thought that affects physiology. It doesn't need any more explanation, he's saying. Okay. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming out today. If you're here, please give the video a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification bell, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Monday, which on Monday, the April the 25th, the function of fear. And my guardian angel John is going to be coming through talking about the function of fear. And he told me to put in brackets, your body is trying to protect you. The function of fear, your body is trying to protect you. And that's from my guardian angel John. That would be this Monday. And then on Wednesday, April the 27th, we have Archangel Michael, and he's going to discuss what is freedom. Michael does a lot of work helping people cut cords and from other people to get more centralized in themselves. But I think you're going to really enjoy this communication from him as well. I hope you come and join us then. What is freedom on Wednesday with Archangel Michael? I want to say much love to all of you. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Bye for now, everybody. Much love.